In this tutorial, we're going to be learning how to first off create a visualization with maps in your Tableau, and from that we're going to learn how to use the filters and what filters might be useful for you and what you can do with those. First off, we're going to build our map. Now, what you're going to want to do is look through your own data set, and what you're going to be looking for is on these symbols there are the globe symbols. Those are geographical locations. These ones are obviously word-based, this is numerical-based, and I believe this is date-based. We're going to be looking for what is longitude and latitude, because that's going to help us pull up our whole map. The state and zip won't necessarily be useful for us. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to double-click on the latitude, which will automatically put this pill, they're called pills, up here in the rows, and we're going to double click the longitude as well, which will automatically put it up here, and this will generate our map automatically. Depending on your data source and like what data you're going to be putting in, it's obviously going to show up in different parts of the map. Ours is working with the US, so I'm just going to zoom in here so that we can get started. Now, what you're first off going to have to get to where we can get to some useful visualization, we're going to want to start by identifying perhaps some useful data. Now, what might be useful, since this is employee data, I know that something that might be useful is identifying different locations that this business has. So what we're going to take is our states pill, and we're going to put it up here, drag it into the color. Now what this is going to do, it's going to show us all the different locations that we have in the US for all of our different places. Another thing, now we need to think about what we want to show as in useful things. Now, something else that might be useful, it all depends on what you're trying to visualize and what you're trying to show, depending on the project that you're working on. Something that might be useful is identifying maybe department. Department. And we're going to just drag that here as well. And this will allow us to see production facility, or see it's a sales facility up here in New Hampshire, or admin offices in Massachusetts, and that will just show us some useful things that we want. Now, perhaps you're doing some sort of visualization, and what you want to do is maybe you're only interested in production, or production things maybe. So what you're going to do, and this is where we're going to get into applying filters, we're going to take our department and drag it up here to filters. Now what this is going to bring up is our department with our filter box where we can edit what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off all those, and we're going to select what we want to see. So we want to see all the production facilities, and we're going to click, so it's going to take off all the other stuff in our map and visualization. So we're going to click apply, and okay, so now what it's showing us is all the production facilities. It basically got rid of all the stuff that we really don't need based off of what we're trying to display. Now something else that might be interesting is maybe you're trying to find out how many employees you have at each facility. What you're going to do is take your employee ID and drag it here, because now it's going to show us the employee ID numbers, because that's what this is, employee ID. But what we can do is we can take it, switch it to a measure, and count distinct. And what this is going to do is change it to a green, which is more numerical based, whereas this is word based. And it's going to show us how many employees we have by counting all the different things. So we have 13 employees in the production facility in California, or 22 in Minnesota. Now, say you're trying to show more in depth, and you're only interested in facilities with greater than 20 employees. What you can do is take that same employee ID pill, and drag it up here to filters. Now what it's going to do is bring you to this. Now you can click all and apply. Now what we're going to do is close this, and then we're going to edit this. We're going to measure count, and then it's going to bring up this fun filter box, which is going to allow us to click our range of values. See, we're only interested in whatever may be more interesting for you, and maybe we want to know how many facilities have more than 17 employees. So then we're going to click OK, and then see, it took away those dots to show that these locations have more than 17 employees. And you can totally mess around with all your data. Obviously you'll have a different data set than I will, and it takes a lot of messing around just to see what visualization it will get you and what you need for your project. Now there's always different options for what you can clear and what you can create. Generally speaking, in order to filter something, it has to be here in this Marks tab, and you can mess around with different things with the size, label, color, details. I believe you can just adjust things and just move them around, but obviously, oops, we can go back. Obviously some things are going to be more useful than others, so just feel free to mess around and see what you can do, but there's generally a lot you can do with filters. So best of luck with your projects, and that's how you create maps and apply filters. Thank you.